Good morning, good morning. How are you this morning? Happy Easter for everybody celebrating that tomorrow. Let's make some breakfast, okay? Today we're gonna make something very simple and easy. It's one of my favorite breakfast foods of all time, the breakfast burrito. Why? Because it's actually 3 breakfasts in one, and you can eat it one-handed. Let's get started.
Good things are coming. Good things.
And like always, I think cooking should be fun and relaxing, so let's grab our relaxing juice. Oh, there we go. Oh, although we should probably call that wake-up juice right now. Anywho, let's get started. A good breakfast burrito consists of 3 main ingredients to me: potatoes, egg, and something pork. All right, let's get started with our potatoes. I'm just gonna start with some shredded hash browns. All right, these are some generics from Aldi, but you can totally get whatever hash browns you like. I have about a tablespoon's worth of butter melting in the frying pan behind me. So why don't you join me over there and we can get started. We're gonna start our potatoes off first because they'll take the longest to cook. They're also the easiest to cook. We're just gonna pour these guys out as much as you like. Oh my goodness, we're doing a large load today. There we go. Don't worry about that. It'll be just fine. All right, so I have it on a medium heat. Got our butter in there, and full disclosure, last night I did some, there we go, I did some fried chicken, some pan-fried chicken. So I got a little bit of that chicken fat in there too. If anybody ever does like burgers, steaks, chicken, whatever, I recommend you save some of that fat from your dinner and use it in your potatoes or eggs the next day. It's gonna make it taste that much better. And you're building your umami.
He said it! He said it!
We're just gonna stir this around, let it get all covered in our bacon and our fat. There we go. Yep. And now the best part about potatoes is, hang on, we need to season it, almost forgot. This is about when you want to season your potatoes, so that way the salt and pepper stick properly. There we go. I'm gonna do some black pepper. All right. I think that'll work fine. So we have salt, black pepper in this, bit of butter. There we go. And you can totally do these frozen. I just pulled these right out of the freezer. So, all right, we're gonna, now that it's all incorporated, it's all mixed up. There we go. It's all seasoned. We're gonna set this thing on a low heat or medium low heat. Put the lid on here. And we're kind of gonna forget about it a little bit. That's the secret for good potatoes, good hash browns at least. Kind of want to forget about them. All right, and then come back. It's every 3 to 4 minutes to check on them. But anyway, these guys are on passive mode now. So we're gonna let these cook until they're about halfway done, and then we're gonna come back and visit them. Okay. Just make sure you check on them every like 3 to 5 minutes. Make sure things don't get burnt. Okay. See you then. Grab your relaxing juice. Okay. Our potatoes are like halfway done. They got a little bit of brown on the bottom, a little bit of brown on top. They're kind of fluffy through the middle. Okay. We got them on a low, slow heat. Lid on it. There's no way they're going to burn. They're just going to get crispier and better from here on out. Okay. The next question is, which pork are we gonna do? Are we gonna do bacon or are we gonna do sausage? Okay, I know there's people out there going, oh, what about Canadian bacon? That's ham, okay? And if you have no other choice, that's fine. But we all know it. The ham is the kick cereal of the pork world, okay? Like if you only had ham left and then you're about to throw it on the griddle, someone went, hey, we have leftover hamburgers. You'd go for hamburgers over ham or Canadian bacon any day of the week, and that kind of proves my point. So we're gonna get these both going, okay? I'm gonna show you both. Also, because I have leftover sausage from last week's Scotch egg video, please watch the Scotch egg video, it's very good. Also, if you did Scotch eggs and you have leftover Scotch eggs, you can dice those up, put them in with your hash browns, and your breakfast burritos already done, all right? And if you're wondering where my manager went, she is on her mandatory first breakfast. She gets 2. All right, anywho. For the bacon, I literally like to throw these in the oven. All right, it's crispier, it cooks more consistently. If you're somebody who likes the chewy bits and the crispy bits in one strip, then I suggest doing a frying pan, but I'm gonna do my sausage in the frying pan, all right? And I'm just gonna brown this through. There's no special technique. Just throw it in the frying pan, cook it up. Okie dokie, we are back. Bacon is done in the oven. I'm gonna leave that in there. Sausage is done in the pan, leaving that there. Potatoes are done, but we need to taste them. There we go, let's give her a taster.
Then he tastes it.
All right, always taste for salt and pepper. I turn the heat up on my potatoes with the lid off of it, let them get a little crispier. That's the way I like them. All right. Now, the last thing is the eggs, all right? So I typically like to do scrambled eggs in my breakfast burrito. Yolks are great. Runny yolks are fantastic in a sandwich or whatever, but I also don't want to be traveling while I have yolk running down my hands. That's kind of gross. So, scrambled eggs it is, all right? If you know my scrambled egg recipe, I'll put a time signature to skip the scrambled egg section right here, all right? Time to make some scrambled eggs. Here we go. I'm just gonna do 3 eggs. 1. All right, does anybody want to take a bet on how many I can do before I get eggshell in here? 2. Is this gonna be it? 3. Okay, no eggshell. 3 eggs, one-handed, no eggshell. Ha ha. Did you win the bet? Well, let me tell you this, you get a big boatload of nothing. So congratulations, enjoy your nothing, don't spend it all in one place. All right, now we're gonna do just a splash of milk. Just a splash in the bowl there. If you need a precise measurement, I'd say like maybe a tablespoon, maybe a little less. And we're gonna mix it all up. All done there. Now we need our spices. We're gonna do a little pepper, a little salt, and a bit of onion powder. Normally I'd throw garlic powder in there, but I'm out of garlic powder, so don't get to do that today. Anywho, I'm gonna throw these eggs into a buttered frying pan. So join me over there in a second. We got our frying pan on like a medium-low heat. I'm just melting a little bit of butter in the bottom, just enough to cover the bottom of the frying pan. If you like olive oil or any other oil, this is a good place to use that. And in go our eggs. There we go. Now this is of course just a 6-inch frying pan. You can absolutely do this in a larger frying pan. Just be careful that the eggs don't cook too quickly. There we go. The more surface area there is, the faster the eggs are going to cook. So just keep that in mind. All right, and now we're gonna let these go. I'm gonna turn up to a medium heat. There we go. We're not gonna stir them just yet. I'm actually gonna throw in my cheese. If you're a person who likes your scrambled eggs without cheese, I don't know if we're gonna hang out. There we go. There we go. Got some sharp cheddar in there. There we go. And we're gonna do a little bit of Colby Jack. Colby Jack cheese is my favorite kind of cheese. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite cheese is. What's your favorite cheese for an omelet? What's your favorite cheese for cheese and crackers? There we go. Oh, I know her favorite cheese. Manager wants some. There we go. All right, that'll work just fine. And then this is my snack and my manager's. Now we're gonna let this go kind of low and slow. That way the cheese can melt and the eggs can get kind of fluffy. Every once in a while, we're gonna go in this figure 8 pattern here. Top to bottom. And left to right. And we're gonna get around the edges. We're not in a huge hurry here. Eggs don't take that long to cook. Even if you're rushing off to work or whatever, this will only take about 5 minutes. And if you get impatient and start stirring it like crazy, you're gonna end up with really small curds. And nobody likes small curds. They might say they do. They might be like, oh, the small ones are nice and flavorful. There's no shame in it. That's what they all say, fellas. We all know better. Up the heat just a smidge. There we go. I'm sorry to all of my Japanese viewers. There we go. For those of you who don't know, if you leave something in food like that, it's a bad omen in Japan. So, like, it's a really bad one. There we go. There we go. I had to swap hands because my manager's getting antsy. Oh my God, hang on. Now we can hit the gas a little bit. Once your curds start forming on the bottom pretty quickly, you can pick up the pace. There we go. Without too much worry. Alrighty. Now the rule with eggs is you want to let them rest a few minutes before you eat them. There we go. Makes them taste a little bit better, and also, in my opinion, you just don't burn your mouth. So that's what we're gonna do. These things are basically done. They're just underneath being done, but there's plenty of heat in this frying pan. I can kill the heat. I can just leave it there for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. If you're in a hurry for work and you can't wait, just make your burrito now, and by the time you get to where you can eat it, they'll be ready to go. All right, but of course, we can't forget to taste it. Oh my gosh.
He tastes it and tastes it, then tastes it some more.
Great. All right. I'll see everybody for the plating. Time to build our burrito, but there's been a new addition to the kitchen. So let's take a look. There we go. New cutting board. I got a buddy who likes to watch the channel, and he decided he wanted to help out, so sent me a cutting board and a really nice knife. I don't need the knife right now, so that'll be in later videos, but thank you very much to Tony from Minnesota. Good guy. Always hammered. So let's build our burrito on our new cutting board. We're actually going to build 2 burritos. Okay. Bacon burrito, sausage burrito. All right, see, here we go. Here's a bit of a pro tip for everybody at home who doesn't know. These burritos or these tortillas are very cold, and they don't like to fold over very well. All right, so what you want to do is take these tortillas, put them over top of your potatoes for like 30 seconds. You can also do like just a regular frying pan for like 30 seconds, just until they get warmed up and they get a little bit more pliable and loose, kind of like your mom. There we go. Do the same with the other one. All right, there we go. And if you're wondering where manager is, she is already enjoying this breakfast without the tortillas. She's not a burrito person. Anywhoozle, let's build these. Let's do the bacon first. We're gonna start with our hash browns. Nice and fluffy on the inside, a little bit of crisp, that's the way you like them. Some good old scrambled eggs. There we go, and we got a nice thick piece of bacon. These are kind of medium crispy. That's kind of how I like them. There we go. And now the way to fold a burrito. Way to fold a burrito. Gonna go, let's see here. From where you're looking, north, let's see, never eat soggy wheat. North, south, east, west. We're gonna go east and west in first. Then we're gonna roll from north to the south. You're gonna roll, 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 roll. And pinch these corners in too. There we go, and that is a perfectly wrapped breakfast burrito. Now it's time for the sausage. There we go. We got our yummy, yummy taters. We have our sausage. There we go. And we have our scrambled eggs. There we go. There we go. Dad needs a few vegetables in the morning, so I'm also going to throw in some mixed greens. There we are. This one's the breakfast burrito, and this one's the brunch burrito. The difference is the order I'm going to eat them in. All right. So, like before. All right. East and west. Roll north to south. Oh no, veggies getting away. Veggies are getting away. All right. There we are. And breakfast burrito. All right. But it doesn't matter how they look. Let's taste them. And there you have it. A good old breakfast burrito. Oh, there you have a good old breakfast burrito. Nice fluffy eggs, potatoes, bacon. Let's take a taste.
It's like there's a party in my mouth and everyone's invited.
Mmm. Fantastic. Get a little bit of relaxation juice. Mm-hmm. That is great. Easy to do. I have bacon here, I got sausage here. I put a little bit of spinach in this one for a little bit of herbiness. Plus, that's going to be my lunch, so that'll work fine for that. This is great for anybody who has kids. They're like a bunch of kids and husband or wife. They're going to go to work. They want to make sure they get a good breakfast before they leave. There we go. It works with any kind of potato, any kind of egg, any kind of pork. For those of you who live alone, cook for yourself, you can definitely do the hash brown patties. Put those in the oven for like 20 minutes. You can take your shower while those are going. The bacon only takes like 10 minutes, again in the oven. The eggs take 5 minutes in the frying pan, so you can do those two at the same time. Wrap it up in your tortilla, head off to work. You got, like, you can make 2 or 3 burritos out of this, so you've got breakfast and lunch covered. All right? Cup of coffee, that is the best burrito ever, and it's cheaper than any gas station. All right? So that's going to do it for me today. Please give me a comment down below. Let me know if this is going to help you out. What do you guys like to do with your breakfast burritos? If there's anybody who likes like a fancy one or whatever. Please send me messages and pictures of your recipes on Instagram and Twitter. You can also put those down below, I think. Please Give me a subscribe and a like. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize this channel. If you want to buy some merch, please head over to my merch store and get yourself a t-shirt or a hat or a mug or something. Oh, besides that, I've been Dad, and this is breakfast, so I'm gonna go eat breakfast. Bye-bye. This one's the breakfast burrito, and this is gonna be the brunch burrito. This is the breakfast burrito. Hang on.